Another important test for evaluating your tablets is dissolution. So you can put your tablets in and they will break apart and the API can get released. And this is a way to evaluate how the API is released from the tablet, for example, in your stomach or the rest of your digestive system, and then also how much is released at the end of dissolution, so how much is available. So you can evaluate the relative strength of your tablets and ensure that they are uniform. It doesn't look like there's a lot going on at this slow speed, but I assure you API is going into solution, despite the fact that most of the non-API fillers just remain at the bottom. How the API is measured, it's actually withdrawn through this piping here, through these tubes, into an ultraviolet visible spectrometer that is calibrated for the API of concern. And that can be used to calculate how much API is in the solution. A typical dissolution curve may look like this, where you start at low concentration in the initial minutes of your dissolution, but the concentration of API increases in solution as it's dissolved and eventually reaches its maximum around 100% dissolution, ideally. The shape of this curve and the duration of this curve depend on many factors, including whether this is immediate release, extended release, or enteric coated. So dissolution can capture how the API dissolves from the tablets in aqueous solution. However, it can take a long time and is more laborious. And sometimes you can kind of assume if your tablet is fully broken apart, your API has full access to the solution. In this case, another test that is important for tablet performance is disintegration, where we'll agitate tablets in a water bath so that we can see how they break apart. For immediate release tablets in particular, this is important to ensure that they can break apart quickly in the stomach to fully release the API for the patient's exposure. So for this test, I've got tablets and magnetic sensors, and they're just going to be agitated in water for a period of time, and you'll see these tablets break apart. In fact, you don't want them to break apart too quickly. You want them to pass all the way through your throat into your stomach before they break apart for ease of swallowing.
In Season 1, we have talked about the importance of powder flowability, compressibility, and homogeneity. In Season 2, you will learn how to build these properties into your tablet formulation, find out about process selection, excipient choice, and learn how to overcome challenges like segregation, slowed disintegration, or lacking tablet robustness. JRS Tableting Studio. Stay tuned.